A local hip-hop dancer is grateful to the bystanders who saved his life after he suffered a sudden cardiac arrest. They were able to intervene with CPR and a defibrillator until paramedics arrived. G'Bari Gilliam is here to share his story, and Dr. Dichiacchio is a cardiothoracic surgeon at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. They're highlighting the importance of learning CPR. Thank you both for being with us this morning. It's just so good to see you in person. When you walked in, I'm like, oh, wait, he looks great. But a few months ago, you went through something very scary. Take us back to that moment. You're also very young, so this is a shocking story for many people. What happened?
Yeah, so I wasn't conscious for a lot of what happened,
Okay.
but basically what I found out was I had a genetic heart condition called hypertrophic cardiac myopathy, and I found out about this because I went into cardiac arrest during a dance rehearsal.
Wow.
And was unconscious for a few days and woke up in the hospital on ECMO, and that's how I found out about all of this and needed to have a heart transplant.
That is so scary, and I'm sure you were in shock. You're a professional dancer, so you're very fit, I'm sure, and healthy. You had no idea that there was a family history of this.
None. I had no symptoms at all.
Okay, so doctor, talk about what he went through, and is this rare?
Yeah, so G'Bari suffered a sudden cardiac arrest, and this was in your case and in many cases an electrical problem with the heart.
Okay.
And so the heart suddenly, unexpectedly, and abruptly stops being able to beat in a way that perfuses blood to the body, to the vital organs. And in his case, he went into this bad rhythm called ventricular tachycardia that we see with hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. And that's what led to his cardiac arrest.
Wow, but you guys were clearly able to save him, so talk about what that took.
So the most important thing and what we want to highlight today is the absolute crucial nature of bystander CPR. So when his heart was in this bad rhythm, it was not sending any blood to his brain, to the heart itself, to any of his vital organs. And the only thing that maintained that was bystander CPR. And then the quick use of an AED to deliver a shock to get the heart out of that bad rhythm into a perfusing rhythm again.
Yeah.
Once he arrived in our emergency room at Cedars-Sinai, he actually suffered a second cardiac arrest there.
Oh my
And that's when
goodness.
the decision was made to put him on ECMO, which is a temporary life support device.
Wow. And so I'm sure you're so grateful to everyone who stepped in to save your life. I mean, people talk about, oh, I want to take CPR one day, you do it, but having to do it in real time and do it correctly enough to save someone's life is very difficult.
It is, and I think the more that you are able to familiarize yourself with this before you're in that situation, the more you can deliver that confidently. And so we really encourage everyone to get basic CPR training, so if the situation ever presents itself, they can deliver this life-saving treatment.
Absolutely. So how do you feel now? And after waking up, I'm sure there was so much going through your head, but I'm sure you were so grateful to all the people who literally saved your life while you couldn't help yourself.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot better now. It's been about 4 months out.
Okay.
I'm in cardiac rehab. I'm getting stronger and stronger every single day. And yes, absolutely, I'm extremely grateful to the people that stepped up, the dancers that stepped up in the room, the bystander that had happened to have finished CPR training a week prior.
Wow.
That helped save my life. The medical team at Cedars-Sinai that helped save my life.
Yeah.
I'm extremely grateful. And part of the reason why I'm grateful is I want to continue living my life and living it fully and continue like creating events and things like that, like an event I'm co-producing called The Remembrance. And I want to give space for people to like enjoy and learn about wellness and be joyful and enjoy life.
Bring that message into what you've been through. I love that. You ended up needing a heart transplant through this. Is that common for someone who goes through this?
It's rare. So, you know, about 1 in 500 people have hypertrophic cardiomyopathy but don't know it.
Wow.
And so this sudden presentation is kind of characteristic for hypertrophic cardiomyopathy in young athletes. And so of people who have hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, progression to heart failure and heart transplant happens in about 10 to 20% of patients. But you had this recurrence of this bad rhythm while you were on ECMO, and that was when we knew we couldn't safely get you off the device without a transplant.
Wow. So what does the rest of recovery look like for G'Bari?
He's doing everything. So he is going to cardiac rehab,
Okay.
he's getting back to his life, he is becoming more physically active, and then after that, he does need to take medication to prevent his heart from being rejected by his body.
Okay.
And so it's a lot of medicine for him to keep up with, but besides that, a normal life.
Wow, which is beautiful because you were only 32 years old when this happened. You're still 32. That is so young. You have a full life ahead of you. I'm so glad to see you doing well. And now I want to see you dance one day because you're going to get back to it, right?
I definitely will.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for being with us this morning, Doctor. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, guys, let's get over to our Paul Deanna.